Hi folks, this is Paul down here at Ccrv. We've just got up, had our breakfast and everything. We've been camping. This is sort of part two to arriving, and we've been camping down here at Ilfracombe. It's been between Ilfracombe and Woolacombe. I'll go and have a walk out and show you the name of the campsite. I think it's Sunny Mead, but I'll go and have a look. So we're getting ready, we're about to leave and head on back to Mildnor. It's Thursday, we've got a busy old weekend, we've got lots of customers coming down. But we had an absolutely brilliant week. We're in a Rockwood 2445, which is not a current model, but they're second hand, and we've got quite a few second hand ones come back. So we sort of give it a bit of a road test. And to be honest, if you're touring, there's two of you, you don't want any more. This is a perfect size. This is not the biggest campsite. It's fairly easy access for manoeuvrability and everything, and getting stuff on and off. So we'll show you on the way out. We've got to do a bit of a manoeuvre to get straight through the gate and out onto the road. But everything's here. We've really enjoyed the stay. There's loads to do. This is a brilliant spot to be. I'm sure Steve will put the map on. Because we're close to Woolacombe, close to Ilfracombe, Barnstable, and there's heaps to do all along the coast. And the roundabout at the top of the road, you go straight over and you go to Lynmouth and Linton, which is, again, brilliant days out. A week, 2 weeks here, you wouldn't be lost for things to do. We played golf at Ilfracombe, we've taken the boat out, we've gone fishing. We went fishing, me and Steve, and caught nothing. But we didn't get seasick, so that's a good result. Now, Avril's just doing a hair here. We've packed everything up. You see, as general, like all campers, we take more than we need, as that's the usual sort of trick. Avril's doing a hair up here. So, lovely shower, bathroom, everything we've needed, we've had. Are you nearly ready, my dear?
I am.
Avril's doing a hair. You see, again, the bedroom, it's a lovely bedroom. There's plenty of size. The mattress is quite surprising. The mattress that they come with standard is more comfortable than our one at home that cost a fortune. Is that right?
It is.
Yeah, so this is handy. When we wire these up, we put a couple of plugs down either side so you can actually sit there and dry your hair. So again, the bedroom's lovely. We put this cushion in here, look. You see, it stops the light because we have a sort of, see the daylight, we wake up. So that's quite a little trick there. You can make these, but you can buy them. So it just stops the light coming in the bedroom, just another little sort of thing. There's the view out the window.
Right.
Of the campsite. It's quite good sitting in bed, people watching, they can't see you because it's privacy glass. That's all blacked out. But there's the fellow campers and they're the site. Right, I'll have a little walk round and then we'll wrap up. Right, so we're going to pack the whole lot up now and then head on back. It's on mains water. I'll just show you in the cupboard here. Hold on a second. You see now, because we're on a fully serviced pitch, all we do is decant the water into there and take it and drop it down that point over there. The black waste can go over there, but these do hold 40 odd gallons, so we've been away for maybe 5-6 days. So what we do, we haven't emptied the black tank. So what we're going to do, we take that home with us. We can either drop it down a manhole, or on our campsite, we'll just flush the tanks out and leave it all there nice and dry. So we're going to take it back. In some ways this is quite good because it all sloshes about. Then when you do open the gate, it all goes out. If you don't do that, sometimes the fluids can go solid stay and you lose capacity in the tank. I'll just show you how this all works. Because we're on city water, we put the mains, so we have mains pressure, no pumps on, and we put the buttons into this configuration, which is city water. Right, now if we was filling the tank, which it holds 45 gallons, which is through there, we put them on dry camping. So we turn the buttons round and we switch the pump on. This is what, when we get back, this is the black tank flush. So we'll put this on here, put the old hose onto here, and then flush the tank out. There's a belly locker, storage, water filter, everything is all in there. So we're going to load up now and head off out. Avril's putting everything away now.
Yes.
That's it, then we're going to go out and put the legs up. So we go down the steps. Nice grab rails on these. You just got, you know, as you get older you want something to steady your feet really. So there's a button round here, retract. Up goes the back legs. See, it's all pretty straightforward stuff. Turn the water off. Dee 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 dee. God, get the old water off there. Always looks like a bomb's gone off around here. Right, let's pull that. So we pop that off there. And that's our water. So we were on mains water for the whole time that we were here. Oh dear. There you go, that's the water. Now hose in a bit of a knot. Stack everything up here. And then we'll start putting stuff away. And that, you can see in here, you can see they're just clear water, so it's shower water. And that's now completely empty. So it's a good idea to have one of these clear elbows on there, because you can sort of see the status of everything. So that's all we do. So you get it there, you take that little thing off there, because that sort of causes a vacuum otherwise, and then you tip it down there. So that's all the shower water, grey water. On a fully serviced pitch, it's the easiest way to do it. You see this? These ones come with like a metal hook. I don't think it's really meant to do this, but it's just when it stands on the ground, it stands level, but it also doubles up. There's a handy old hook, if I get it in the right place, to get it on there. And then what I do is I get some bungee straps and then just secure it. Stow the sewer pipe away, which wasn't long enough. That's why we had to use the tote. So that stows away in there. These are all useful tips for folks, you know, if they're looking to purchase one or just need a bit of a refresher. This is literally how you stow away. That's where they go. And then we pull the electric off. There you go. We're all ready to go. Oh, we got in the right position. So you can see we should be spot on. And that's it. Once it clunks, we're on. All right, and now I'll run round. Just carry on video and run round. You know what, Bill? You look cold.
I'm not cold, no. No.
And then we just pop that over there, and that's like that. There you go. So the handle is all hooked up, and we just put the breakaway cable on there, on these eyelets here, just to secure that. So pretty much, other than plugging it all in, we're good to go. This is Bill, this is my mate and companion. We started this business off together, yeah, but he followed a different path, all right? So he's with us camping down there at the moment. So just drop the weight on the truck, legs are going up. So you've seen it 100 times, but if you're watching the video, it pretty much, it's in reverse when you land. So what we do, get out there, so we've got a bit of weight off of it. So they're loose. Pull that out, pop that up, and then eventually we want to bring these up to about here. So that's getting the legs off. Right, because of the angle on the gate, what I've decided to do is go down there and do a bit of a U-turn, or a turn, and then we'd be dead in line for the gate. This is more, not, I reckon I would have made it, but rather than make a palaver of it, we'll do it the safer way. I may be able to go right around here. Everybody obviously comes out and has a look when we bring these things here. We're going to get stuck on the grass, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's going to slip. Let's just turn it back a bit. Might be an idea to put this in four-wheel, actually. We'll just back it up into that gap there. There's nothing behind us. Is there anything behind us? I don't think there's anything behind us, can't really see. We've got four-wheel drive now. So a little bit traction control and everything. And there you go. So we're dead in line now for the gate, which is where we want to be. So Avril will jump in and we'll film us going out the gate, and then we'll be off. Alright. There's Karen and Bill waving goodbye. And now the reason we did that little manoeuvre, because where we were parked, which is over there, would have been a little bit tight to get through the gate. So, and it is quite a narrow gate, but we got through it, so we're going to get out of it. But always best to be sort of square on, you know, so whenever you're at a campsite, just check out your positions and stuff, so it makes it a little bit easier. We're through there now. This is it's not tight because we whizzed in here. I must confess it looks tighter going out than it does coming in, but I'm sure we got no problems. So here we go, a little bit wide, and this comes from experience, so we take a little bit as wide as we can and we just watch the back come round, and we've got piles of room. Yeah, absolutely loads of room, no problem. I think they've sort of practiced getting a few bits and pieces in, caravans and such like. I've just got to check, this is quite a fast road here. We'll let them go and then we'll swing out. Right, so here we go, off we go. The old Land Rover will have to slow down. There you go, brilliant stay. We're out on the road, we're at the campsite, we're hooked up and we're heading off home. So thanks for watching. I won't bore you with the videos. I better put my seatbelt on. I won't bore you with the videos on the way down, typical on the road, but thanks for watching the video. Ccrv, don't forget to like and subscribe as usual. Ccrv over and out. I'll concentrate on the driving there. Lovely scenery. But this is what you can do when you get down here. North Devon, cracking place.